Have you ever opened the hood of your car and wondered what was going on in there? Well, here I am to answer that question. A car engine can look like a big confusing jumble of metal, tubes and wires. You might want to know what's going on simply out of curiosity. So hello everyone, welcome back to our channel Watch with Nachos, and today we will discuss the basic idea behind how a car engine works. Cars. A car is a wheeled motor vehicle that is used for transportation. The year 1886 is regarded as the birth year of the car, when German inventor Carl Benz patented his Benz patent motor wagon. For most people, a car is a thing they fill with gas that moves from point A to point B. But have you ever stopped and thought, how does it actually do that? What makes it move? The purpose of a gasoline car engine is to convert gasoline into motion so that your car can move. Currently, the easiest way to create motion from gasoline is to burn the gasoline inside an engine. Therefore, a car engine is an internal combustion engine. Combustion takes place internally. The principle behind any reciprocating internal combustion engine is, if you put a tiny amount of high energy density fuel like a gasoline in a small enclosed space and ignite it, an incredible amount of energy is released in the form of expanding gas. In an internal combustion engine, the ignition and the combustion of the fuel occurs within the engine itself. The engine then partially converts the energy from the combustion to work. The engine consists of a fixed cylinder and a moving piston. The expanding combustion gases push the piston, which in turn rotates the crankshaft. So, engines have pistons that move up and down inside the metal tubes called cylinders. Imagine riding a bicycle. Your legs move up and down to turn the pedals. Pistons are connected via rods to a crankshaft and they move up and down to spin the engine's crankshaft. The same way your legs spin the bikes, which in turn powers the bike's drive wheel or car's drive wheel. Depending on the vehicle, there are typically between 2 and 12 cylinders in its engine, with a piston moving up and down in each. Almost every car with a gasoline engine uses a 4-stroke combustion cycle to convert gasoline into motion. The 4-stroke approach is also known as the Otto cycle. They are intake stroke, compression stroke, combustion stroke, and exhaust stroke. So the first step is the intake of gasoline to mix it with air inside the cylinder. Only the tiniest drop of gasoline needs to be mixed into the air for this to work. This is called the intake stroke. Then inside the cylinder, the piston moves up and compresses the mixture of air and gasoline, the compression stroke. This compression, when reaches the top and spark plug ignites the gasoline and explodes to create a pressure to move the piston down. Once the piston hits the bottom of its stroke, the exhaust valve opens and the exhaust leaves the cylinder, and another cycle can be repeated. This exhaust reaches the crankshaft where it converts the linear motion to rotation. Now this is the basic about how a normal car engine works. So the core of the engine is the cylinder, with the piston moving up and down inside the cylinder. Other key parts include the spark plug, valves, piston rings, connecting rods, crankshaft and sump. Sometimes we also have a question like, why won't my engine start? The answer is the 3 fundamental things can happen: a bad fuel mix, lack of compression, or lack of spark. Beyond that, thousands of minor things can create problems, but these are the big 3. So that's it for today's video about how a car engine works. Thank you. Namaste.